Good evening, and welcome to Sunday Nights with Sylvia Camille. Yeah, I am so excited tonight, guys, because tonight is going to be my first interview with a special guest, and I have a treat for you. But before I bring her in, I've got to give you a word for the week, and it's like a phrase this week. It is keep shining. I don't know if you all can see it on my shirt, but it says keep shining. Keep shining. That is our word. That's our word. No matter what is going on in your life, the end of a difficult situation or a task that you may be experiencing, always know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So just keep shining. This week, I want you to what? Keep shining. And now I am going to bring in our special guest for tonight is Shamora. Guys, this is Shamora. I am so excited to have her tonight, and you are going to be blessed. But I got to give you a little history about Shamora and all of her accomplishments, okay? She is an accomplished artist, songwriter, and producer. Shamora's work in the music industry has helped sell millions. She has written and produced for artists such as J-Lo, Monica, Blue Cantrell, and Angie Stone. And she has arranged for Elton John and Mary J. Blige. She has also was nominated for the Dove Award for her work on the gospel group Virtue's album Free. With a songwriting and production career that was continuing to flourish, Shamora decided to embark on another journey. Recently, Shamora has released 2 albums entitled Therapy, The Love Sessions, and Therapy, The Live Sessions, which were released through her own record label, Striker Records. So, guys, you are in for a special treat. Now, I have to give you some background and some history. How do I know Shamora? Well, I've been knowing her at least about 10 or 15 years now. I met her because her father used to be the music minister at Flipper Temple AME Church, where, of course, I was singing in the choir, the TL Best Gospel Choir. And he was like, I have some singing daughters. So, they came to help us out on some Sundays. We used to have a good time. And I remember the first time I heard Shamora sing, I was like, Shamora, are you sure you're supposed to be singing this or something else or doing something else with that voice? I was blown away, and I just love her voice and I love her inspiration. So tonight, guys, you're gonna hear about her story, and of course, she's gonna bless us with her gift. Okay, so Shamora, let's jump right on into it. So let's tell the people.
Yeah.
What first got you into music?
Oh wow, what first got me into music? Like writing and
Like
producing?
writing? How did you know you have a voice? How did you know you could sing? Was it your music teacher in elementary school? Or you just woke up one morning and somebody said, oh, you can sing?
Girl, no, it was not that. It was so I, obviously grown up, I think you said that, a musical family. And actually it was so my parents always, kept music around us, but my dad introduced us to all kinds of music when we were young. So probably started with my dad, and he gave me. I remember a gift he gave me when I was young. It was a keyboard. I don't remember how old I was, but I was little. Um, and then we started singing in church and stuff like that. And but I used to be terribly shy. Like singing wouldn't have been the thing that I would ever do. I mean, terribly shy. And so, how did I? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So, I'm sorry. I don't. Okay, but y'all can hear me. Great. You got it. Camille, I think they were saying that other people watching can't hear me or something.
Oh, let me see. I hope not. We want to make sure everyone can
Trying
hear
to ask
you.
the viewers, can y'all hear us?
Oh, let me see. You aren't muted. I'm not muted. We're live.
Okay. Well, so basically, let me just finish telling you. So basically, music. How did I get into music? That's kind of hard. So, like I said, I used to be terribly shy. Started singing at a young age. Cried the first time I ever stood in church and sang, like boo hooed. My sister kept crying, and I just cried the whole time. And then after that, um, oh, you know what? So I was 15
You were
and
15.
I had to sing at a wedding, a friend's wedding. And what happened was, is he ended up, he actually was a producer songwriter, the guy who was also singing. And long story short, I ended up writing some songs. They introduced me to the the execs and stuff with Sony Music and whatnot, and then ended up signing a major publishing deal when I was 15. So I didn't know, so I started songwriting really first, and then that kind of snowballed into me becoming a singer. I think secretly I always like, I think I could do this. Secretly, like sitting and singing songs, and I was like, what, if I could sing, like I think I can. And so, it was kind of like, I think if I could just get, probably the gumption, the guts to be able to do it. And yeah, it just kind of turned into this passion and this love, and I, fell in love with it.
Okay, somebody did text me. They said you were soft and I was too loud. So
Oh, uh-oh.
they telling me I need to turn my volume down and I guess try to like turn you up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I'm gonna step back a little bit. I know my voice carries anyway. I'm kind of loud. I was a cheerleader. But when you were speaking, Shamora, I thought about it. What a question that came to my mind. You said you were shy, you were crying. So what have you done throughout the years to come out of that shyness? Because I've seen you perform many of times, and at the City Winery, my favorite, the last time I saw you perform. What do you do to help you prepare and get ready? Because a singer, everyone is nervous, but what do you do? What are some things that you do to prepare?
Um, honestly, it's kind of crazy because I don't know, I was so shy for so long, but honestly, I say this, when God has really set you up for something and you're meant to do something, you eventually like the Holy Spirit really gives you what you need to be able to do what you're called to do. So really, I think once I probably got over maybe the initial kind of like having to perform and then not having my sister to be able to sing with, and I had to do it on my own. It was that I always pray before I sing or do anything. I still have moments when I get a little nervous, but you know, you what my grandmother, my dad's mom, said something to me years ago. I was about 15. When I used to hate to sing, and they'd ask me all the time, sing, or and even at Flipper Temple, girl, I hated singing. My dad,
I could not tell.
girl, all the time. He would put us, on the spot, me and my sister.
Right.
Usually if we sitting in church in the back, I just try to act like, he don't see me, like, just maybe not paying him any attention. If he's up at the pulpit, I just try to like not make eye contact so he don't call me up there. But anyway, and so, but I remember my grandmother said to me one Sunday, she said, Shamora, the gift that you have is that God has given you is for people, to bless people.
Mm.
And so she was like, so you have to use your gift to reach people and to touch people. And that kind of lit a little bit of a fire. I had a little bit of a better understanding then, and and I felt obligated then, to if it's a gift for the Lord and it is meant to bless people, then I need to use it to do
You
that.
need to use it.
Yeah,
Great.
honestly, just working through it and the Holy Ghost helping me. I'm not afraid now. Like I've sung on stages in front of thousands of people. And it doesn't. I'm not afraid to
You
I'm
got it now.
you're a singer. It's kind of like once you get settled in your uh kind of like in that thing and you start singing, it just everything just kind of clicks. It's like you're in your own little world and you're connecting with everybody else, and it's really ministry for me. So
Right.
when I know it's that, it's I'm not afraid.
Good. Okay, then you have to tell me who inspired you to make music. Who inspired you to do that?
Oh wow, to write music? um I don't know. I can't say that it was any particular person. That's a good question. I don't know anybody's ever actually asked me that.
That's the extra question, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of loaded. I don't know that anybody in particular has like inspired me to like just be a writer necessarily. I mean, there are people who I loved growing up that I listened to. Like I love Richard Smallwood, and I think he's one of the most incredible songwriters. Um, but then I love writers, I guess, great songwriters like Stevie Wonder and you know, different things like that. And then there's also I'm a huge Barbara Streisand fan. So
Oh, me too. I love Barbara Streisand.
oh, I think you know what? I think you did tell me that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I think if anything, maybe that was just kind of in there. I just kind of started writing when I was really young, and I used to do short stories and stuff, and I didn't really know that I had the gift to write until I literally like the first full song I ever sat down to write for real. Like
Tell us about that song.
it was a song called "What Part of No." So it's like, what part of no don't you understand? What part of yes can't you comprehend? If I say yes, no, I won't. Will you leave me alone? Will you leave me alone? Be long gone. Okay, that was the first song I ever fully wrote. Real
And
talk.
who were you writing that to? Because typically, I just recently took a songwriting class with Brandon J. I shared that with you. And
Sure.
one of the techniques that he had us challenge us to do is to write down like events that have occurred in your life. So who are you talking to in that song?
Girl, you know, I was 15. 15, you know, probably some little stupid boy, you know, something like that. I really feel like that. You know, as women, we're always, I'm like, as women, was I thinking I was a woman at 15? I was thinking I was a woman at 15.
Yeah, you were. We all do. We all at that age, we think we're grown.
Right, right. So, you know, at that point, you know, and it's always, you know, those stupid little boys who might kind of bug you or bother you, and you kind of like, yeah, no,
No,
no.
leave me alone.
You know, it's kind of like just
Oh,
leave me alone. And so that was the song I wrote. I was literally 15, the first full song I ever wrote, and that song actually got me a major publishing deal with Sony. Literally, I
oh,
played
that's
that song.
awesome.
That song, they heard it, and God just opened the door. Like I didn't have to write 20 or 50 songs. It was a gift, and then I just kept writing. I could just write stuff, obviously, but you know, all glory to the Lord because He gave it to me.
Well, here's our next one. How would you describe the music that you typically create? And you kind of talked about it, but how would the genre? You can talk about the genre. Um,
Oh, the genre that I create for Shamora.
yes.
Hold on. So, sorry, I can hear someone is listening in the background back here, and I hear it feeding back. So I'm trying to send them a text message like, "Can you turn that off?" Um, so basically, the music for me, how would I describe it? So my music has kind of evolved a little bit, right?
Hmm.
So kind of like when I started, if you have that one "How It Feels" album, the little pink one.
Yeah, the first one I have it. I
Yeah.
have all of them.
You wouldn't walk in my shoes. That song, or like "Cry No
Hmm.
More" or something.
Hmm.
Right. You got no shit. I'm sorry. You know that song, "Cry No More"? I'm gonna come back to your question, but "Cry No More."
Sing a little bit of it, cause I mean I know you know what my favorite song is. So
Gotta do that no more. I want you back in my life. Yeah, that's no more. I can't sleep at night.
okay, I've heard it. It's not you know what my favorite is. So
Just fine, I don't cry. I said it to say, so that's on that album, right? That
okay,
whole album was very R&B, soulful, you know, that kind of thing. And it kind of seemed like that's where I was going with my music, right? But then fast forward some years later, and then there was the substance abuse album, substance
right,
abuse, and then substance abuse, the altar. Anyway, I said that to say, you know, God has kind of changed what my music is and how that's a ministry, meeting people where they are. So there are lots of different kind of influences. If you listen to my music now, there's still that R&B, but then there's like a worship influence. You know,
right,
there are worship songs now and
yes,
whatnot. But you know, it's I would say it's probably a collection, but of different kinds of songs and different kinds of music. But mainly, it's very soulful. So um, and I think I write the way I write, like I said, in order to be able to meet people everywhere and to be inspirational, even if it's just a love song. So really, what I sing about and I write now is more appropriate and probably something that you might have heard. If y'all listen to How It Feels, y'all might hear some other stuff.
yeah. I
That's
and
really
that's interesting. I'm happy you brought that out because I can attest. Yeah, in the beginning album, it was a little bit more R&B, but the growth and I think that comes with experiences in life
right.
that drives in the writing of artists. You know how you evolve through your life, develops the next album. So let's talk about what is your creative process? You just like, okay, today I want to write a song, so I'm gonna go downstairs in my studio and write, or do you do choice words?
Ooh, choice words. Yeah, so my creative process kind of looks like this. If I'm sitting and like if I'm sitting at, I usually, well, it depends. Like if I'm collaborating with another really great producer or something, let's say if they already have something in mind, like maybe if they play me a track or something, then, whatever. Usually everything comes to me right in the moment.
Okay,
Um, but or if we're working from scratch, then we kind of figure it out. We go from there. But really, I do most of my writing starting sitting at like piano or keys or something.
okay,
Excuse me. So I'll sit and I'll start to. I might just start with like a little melody or something, right? And then something may or may not come to me. You just kind of got to get in that space. Like it used to be I would light all kinds of candles and turn all the lights down and that kind of
trying to get in the mood, got to get the mood going.
gotta be in the mood. It's rare. I'm trying to see if I can do this really quick. It's rare that like a lot of singers, some singers will be like, I write in the car, I write all over the place. I don't really do that. That's very rare. Sorry, excuse me. But a lot of times, like I said, I'll just sit at keys. You know what I mean? So it
Mhm.
really just kind of whatever comes to me. So you probably know this song. Like I remember when I was sitting, I was just no, that's not it. It's trying to remember what so yeah, just like that. Something might come to me. So that's really how it works, y'all. You might just be sitting and you're like, oh man, so what would go good with that?
What would go good with that?
Right. And sometimes you might just you're just trying to hear something, right? And so I'm just like, and sometimes it may be just a melody comes to me until like the words all come together. But a lot of times it all comes together at once. So like, I might be playing around and be like, I need you. I'll be like, I think that's something. You know what I mean? You'd be like, okay, what's the next words? I need you. I'm broken and I'm empty. Yeah. I need you. Yeah. God, can you help me? Cause I need you. Not
Yes, I love it.
I'm staying right here. So kind of like that.
Okay. You brought up the word collaboration when you were explaining yourself.
Yeah.
So who would you like to collaborate with who you haven't collaborated with and why?
Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Yes. No, real talk. Girl, look, if I could sit and write and work with Barbara and just sit in the studio with her, um, listen, that's like a dream right there to sit
Okay, we're gonna put it out there in the atmosphere.
girl, right? But
Anyone who is watching, like,
yeah.
comment, share, post this. So 2020 is not over and 2021 is right around the corner.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, Barbara, or I wish I could have worked with Whitney, because it's
Oh
Whitney.
yeah.
Just she was like the theme to my childhood. Loved her, like huge Whitney fan. Matter of fact, the very first time I ever had to sing in public, I was a little girl. My sister and I don't know, we must have been like 5 and 6 or something, singing in church. First time I've ever performed, y'all. We were singing Whitney Houston's version of The Greatest Love of All, right?
Oh.
So, girl started singing it and started off, and the next thing you know, I just cried, and my sister that's what I was telling you, she just sang through it because I was so scared. But so yeah, just probably the great Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder. Yeah, so many great Richard Smallwood.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It's great. Okay, if you could open up for a show right now for any, I guess it's gonna be Barbara Streisand. If you could open up for anybody, who would you want it to be?
Oh wow, open for anybody. Yeah, girl, why not Barbara Streisand? Or Celine Dion, or still Whitney, or the Clark sisters.
Oh, yes.
Girl, the Clarks. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now add them to the collaboration list after.
Add them to the collaboration list. Okay. We're putting it all out there for you, Shamora. I'm putting it
Yeah,
all out there for
yeah.
you.
If we got praying saints, watching, y'all go and pray
I
that
love it. All
Jesus.
right. Now, this is a fun question for you because you are an artist. Do you like to sing in the shower? Because, everybody think they can sing in the shower. I mean, I sing in the shower.
I think people who can't sing still sing, who can't sing also sing in the shower. Yeah, absolutely. I'll sing in the shower. You know what though? I can't say that I'm just like I get in the shower and you just gonna hear like a whole concert going on in the background. Like I'm not really that person, but yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, if it hits you, you might, huh?
Oh gosh, but yeah,
All right. When you're writing, you're collaborating, what is one message you would like to tell your fans? Those who have not even experienced you in concert. And guys, the next time she's at the City Winery in Atlanta, you need to buy a ticket because you are going to be blown away. And worship, whatever you're going through, you're going to forget about it while you're there with Shamora.
that's nice. That's really nice.
So,
Um, okay, your question is, what would I like
what
people
is one message you would give to your fans?
Mm, just in general, you know what? Mm, Tag Camille, this is a loaded question.
Uh, you can break it apart however you want to respond.
One something to give to. You know what? Honestly, I try to tell people, real talk, only what you do for Christ will last. That's probably what it is. Just that, however we live our lives, the gifts that we have been given are gifts, but we should use them for the glory of the Lord. And so that's
Yes.
whether you're a songwriter, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a singer, whether you're a lawyer, whatever it is, use your gifts for God. That's really what it is, and live your life in such a way that when you do use your gift, that it's effective and it's anointed, right? So that's really the thing. And then also keep the faith. Like, don't give up on God. Like, it's we go through things, and in entertainment especially, it can be a really hard journey a lot of times. There are great seasons and then there are like down seasons, but I would
Right.
probably really just say, trust God. If you're on the right path, if you're in his will, then he's got it all worked out. So just trust him. It might seem a little rocky, but just keep walking blindly by faith. Yeah.
Every time you respond, the next question is tied to it.
Oh,
So, if you were not a professional artist, accomplished artist, what other occupation would you want? What would you be doing?
I used to think I'd probably be a lawyer. That's probably what.
Okay.
But actually, in recent, I think sometimes I would possibly also maybe I could go into like the medical field. However, certain things I'm a little squeamish with, so I'm like I probably wouldn't be able to do it. But I
Are
probably
you
be
afraid of needles?
okay. Terrified of needles.
I think that's what kept me from nursing.
Okay, but see, I'm afraid you can't stick me with a needle, but I can stick somebody else with a
No,
needle.
I don't.
I could do that. But some of the other squeamish things, I wouldn't like the whole working on a cadaver or something. You've already lost me. Like if I have, that's not gonna happen. So, yeah, a lawyer. It would have been a lawyer.
Oh, Lord. Okay, that's interesting. That's an interesting fact to know. All right, let's talk about with us being in COVID-19 right now. Well, this is like an internet question. How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Mm.
And then we'll talk about the effects of COVID-19.
How's the internet impacted the music business? So much, in such a great way because, and I guess I've been blessed to start in a time when, like the internet wasn't such a big driving thing for music. I
Mm-hmm.
think the way that it has affected music is that it's kind of like as an artist, maybe where you could take more of a private backseat to things, you kind of can't now.
Yeah,
Um, but then there are good things about it, like it makes our music way more accessible and instantly. And then for indie artists, it's great because if you don't have the huge machine, of some big label or something behind you, it's all good. You can produce your own stuff, you can put your videos out, you can get it around the world. You can literally reach people
right.
around the world a lot easier and faster than you would have been able to, years ago. And then at a moment's notice, if you decide at midnight, I want to jump online and reach people, you can do that. If you want to release your album next week or decide I've created this song and I just want to put it out there, you can get it out there quicker, than having to go through a different process like it used to be.
Well, we all know you've answered this question. Which famous musicians do you admire? Celine Dion, Barbara Streisand.
Yeah, Whitney Houston, Stevie Wonder, Richard Smallwood, the Clark sisters, and the great Leontine Price.
Mhm.
So many. Yeah.
Great. Okay. What is the best advice that you've been given since you've been in this journey as an independent artist?
Ooh, jeez. Wow. The best advice I've been given on this journey of the indie thing. That's a very good question. Girl, maybe I should have read this question ahead.
And then you're gonna give some good advice for those who are is
Okay, let me think. The best advice I've been given on this journey. That's actually really hard. That's a very good question. I don't know, actually. Actually, no, this was very good advice. To really try to stay with, let's say, like your team. Yes,
mm,
as things change and as you evolve, sometimes, if you can get the right person, the right whoever to take you, to the next level that you go to, absolutely, prayerfully, think about it. Everything that's offered to you ain't the right thing.
that's
So
true.
you have to know that. It doesn't matter. Even if somebody's coming, they offering you, someone could be offering you literally the world. That doesn't mean that you should take it. So you have to definitely know what to walk into and what to walk away from, even if it seems like the greatest thing in the world. And so I said to say, and try to keep your team, try not to, like, don't have this manager this week and another manager 3 weeks later and
Right.
4 or 5 years down the road, and also to keep people around you who have your best interest, and will tell you the truth and will really protect you. That's actually
That's great advice.
yeah.
That's advice you were given, and that's great advice to share.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I love this, Shamora. All right. If you can change anything about the music industry, what would it be?
Oh wait.
The royalties. Are we gonna talk about royalties now?
No. If I could change anything, first it would be to probably bring real music back.
Oh.
So that's probably the most immediate thing. Yes, we could talk about royalties. We could talk about how songwriters and singers, especially in this new kind of streaming age and whatnot, just how that can be better. It needs to be really fair. It's kind of not, just that kind of thing.
Hmm.
We could get that better. But aside from that, it would probably really be to bring just real music back. I think that's missing. No knock to all the other music that's out there because there's so much creativity, there's so much art, and that's great. But I'm just saying it seems like we've lost a lot of like just the elements of really great music.
Mm,
From live instrumentation and crazy arrangements, or they don't even have to be crazy. Just some of that is missing, and real singers. Oops, real,
great singers. I know, not the ones that's made in the studio, right? That's what you.
just that's missing. We don't have much of that anymore. It's like, well, we've lost some of the great ones, but it's kind of like, where are the really great singers who can just show enough, sit and sing
Sing.
to you, without being produced, without, all of that. Just they can sing, put on the spot can sing. And I'm talking about really sing, you know.
All righty. All right, let's talk about your performances. Let's let the viewers know, where have you performed and what was your best performance when you really enjoyed, like it's at the top of your list.
Best performance. So I've been blessed to really perform in a lot of different arenas, whether it's ministering in various churches and stuff across the country. That's been great. Um, but also, like, you know what? When I got the opportunity, one that's really memorable, I opened up for Erica Badu a few years ago in Charlotte, and that was actually a really, really fun night. Stuff like that. All that kind of stuff is fun. So, like, opening for Erica or Jill Scott, Frankie Beverly and Mays, doing some of those kind of big tours that came through and getting the opportunity to open and on those stages, and have
Right.
that experience. That kind of thing has been really fun. Um, but then as far as best performances, from like performing, like you said, at say City Winery or something like that, those are always really enjoyable. But you know what? It's hard, Camille, because over the years there have been so many.
That's
I
great.
think about one that's really memorable. Actually, I thoroughly enjoyed the last time I was at City Winery.
City
Actually,
Winery.
well, you know what? Actually, I really enjoyed. So at the beginning, right before, just as COVID hit, it was back in March, and I was called to do a private event, and it was, I mean, it was one of the funnest shows that I've ever had, like in a long time. Like all of us, the musicians, everybody afterward, we were just like, that was a really great set. Like we thoroughly enjoyed that. Like it was just fun. And so
Fun,
you,
fun.
yeah, you kind of don't, you don't forget those. Like it was fun. Like we had a good time. The crowd had a great time. I mean, it was great, and I guess it was kind of like a good one to go out on. Didn't know that all of a sudden we were going to be shut down for the next several months, but it was great, to be able to look at that and have that memory right now. Yeah.
All right, but before you start blessing us,
Oh, geez.
before you start blessing us for about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, um, what is your favorite song to perform? Because we know what mine is, what I like to hear you perform, but what is your favorite song?
Favorite song to perform? Woo. It's probably a combination. Probably maybe I Need You, which is one of the ones I was just playing.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy I Need You. Um, Open is a song that I really like to sing. And mm, probably like if I had to think of like maybe like a R&B soulful kind of thing, it'd probably be, now you know what, a song that I don't get to sing often that I perform that I really actually do enjoy performing is a song on one of my albums called Do It For Me, and I love that. Just, and I don't get to perform it a lot, but when I do, that is actually one of my favorites. Like
Okay.
thoroughly enjoy that song. Yeah.
So we can't wait. You're gonna bless us. We're ready. I'm ready.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so sorry, I don't know what's going on today. I let's see if we can just do a little bit of we, meaning Shamora. If I can just do a little bit of, I guess, your favorite song.
My favorite song. Yay! Then don't break.
Yeah, Ben Don't Break. Let's see. I hear your heart breaking. I feel your world shaking. I see your hope shattered. Trying to keep it all together. Feels like you just can't win. Every step you take, or it leads to the same old place. And you gotta start again. Oh, you ain't by yourself, I feel you. I know every hurt you've been through. You're picking up some scars along the way, but it's gonna get better. So bend but don't break. The trials they may come your way. Uh-huh. Listen, you're gonna be okay. It'll ache and you'll cry. I promise it won't hurt always. Listen, you're gonna be okay. It's all to make you stronger. Hold on just a little longer. You can bend, but don't break. Oh. Listen. Every time you cry, I feel your pain inside. I know you don't want to try, but you just gotta fight. Don't you let this get the best of you. There's a blessing when you make it through. So put your feet to the pavement. Keep on running till you make it. Cause you ain't by yourself, I feel you. And I know every hurt you've been through. Picking up some scars along the way. But it
Yay.
ain't nothing that you can't take. So bend but don't break. Don't break. No trials, they may come your way. Listen, you gotta be okay. In a lake and you'll cry. I promise it won't hurt always. Oh, no, 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 no. Listen, you gotta be okay. It's all to make you stronger. Hold on just a little longer. You can bend, you can bend, you can bend, but don't break. Yeah. Listen. See, I know you're stretched to the limit, and you got so many doubts. You're scared that time is running out. But don't you be afraid, no. Just keep on pressing, holding on. God's been right with you all along, and He won't let you fall. So bend but don't break. Hey. No trials, they may come your way. Listen, you gotta be okay. In a lake and you'll cry. I promise it won't hurt always. No. Hey, see, listen, you gotta be okay. It's
Yeah.
gonna make you stronger. Yeah. See, hold on just a little bit longer. No. You can bend, you can bend. Hey, say don't break.
Don't break.
Say don't break.
Don't break.
Oh, don't break.
Don't break.
Say don't break.
Don't
Say
break.
I won't break.
I won't break.
Said I won't break.
I won't break.
I won't break. Yeah. I won't break. No. God makes me strong. Yes, He does. And He's all my side. Yeah. Say don't break.
Don't break.
Don't break.
Don't break.
Don't break.
Woo! Don't break. Do you all see why that is my favorite song? Like all of the songs on that album, I've heard and listened to them, but I just like the words because that's what people go through life. You get so close, talking about people with committing suicide, anything that trials or tribulations going through your life. I just listen to this because we all can be in, of course, because it's life, but we don't want to break.
Absolutely. And it's funny because you say that. Actually, I should add that to the list. I do love to sing "Bend Don't Break" when I get the opportunity to. It's just a great song to sing and to minister, as you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go through a lot of things, but listen, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Jesus. So we can bend a little bit. It may feel a little hard. So even people who might be watching right now, like especially, we know it's been a hard year and a hard time, just for people, but for really all of us. And the thing is you, like you said, you just have to keep holding on. It
You
may
got to
seem,
keep holding on.
here's the thing. This is literally a message that I share all the time, and I say there's an expiration date to everything. So, and I always say it's kind of like, how when you get a cold and you got a sick, and you got a snotty nose and you stuffy and then your throat hurts and you just feel terrible. And you're like, man, I just can't wait till I feel better. I feel better. And when you actually do feel better, be it 4 or 5 days later, a week or two later, you literally just forgot. You don't even really know when you started feeling better. Just all of a sudden you were over it. The cold was gone, the whatever was gone. It's kind of like that. We go through different seasons in our lives, and some people, your season of kind of being in a hard place might be 3 days. Somebody is 3 months. Somebody is 3 years.
Mm.
Somebody's like Shamora's been 10. But the thing is eventually it's just gonna stop. Eventually it's just gonna be over. You will get to the other side, and then it's just going to be like, oh, wow, now I'm here. You will remember that, but you'll be at the other side of it. So it's like that thing will expire. But if you give up before it expires, you'll never get there and you won't know. So even
Oh,
if you're in the middle
it's
of
powerful.
a hard space, trust God. The righteous will never put his faith in him and be put to shame. Just trust him. You will make it. It's just a test, it's just a trial, but it all just makes you stronger. Hold on just a little bit longer. You
Just
can
hold on a little bit longer.
somebody
I
like
love it. I love it.
bending hard. You're gonna bend, but you'll be all right.
Weshmore, what else is coming up for you? What's gonna be going on around COVID-19? Are they gonna be in the virtual concerts? Let the people know what's gonna be going on with you.
So we are planning something. We have something that we're trying to do really well that we are going to be doing for Christmas, obviously. And so if you haven't, make sure. So all my social media, it's I am Shamora. That's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Just go to I am Shamora and just look for my YouTube. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube page, go to my YouTube right now, youtube.com/. I am Shamora and subscribe. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and so you'll know and hit that you want notifications, so you'll know when these things do come up. But yes, absolutely. So we have some live things that we're planning, kind of like this, but probably a little bit more like some of my singers and musicians will be with me.
Right.
And then I'm looking forward to a really great event that I'm going to be doing in January. It's a private thing, but so just a few things like that. It's very different right now, like you said, that we're in COVID, so it's kind of like, what can we do? That kind of thing. So, yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Well,
We're really,
before we wrap up, I want to know what are your plans for the holidays and what's your favorite Christmas song?
oh, plans for the holidays. Probably nothing. What most of us are doing, just staying
Well,
in.
I know we probably can't come over this year for a Christmas party, but
Right. Just being with my family, very intimate, just kind of staying in. And usually this time of year, um, my mom and my sisters and I usually get together and we do like a whole shopping on purpose. We grab my mom and take her out and make her shop until she can't take it anymore. It's hilarious. And so, but we're not able to do that this year, but it's okay. It's just, we've had to, mix it up a little bit, but that's all right. um but like I said, just very intimate, just with family, just being very grateful and thankful this listen that we're still here. We're still,
amen.
and I think your second question was favorite
What's
Christmas.
your favorite Christmas song?
Hey, you know what? Probably a combination between, it's probably O Come, O Come, Emmanuel.
And tell us about the one you just released. Then you just recently
Oh yes. Okay, so please, you guys add me to your Christmas playlist. So I have a few Christmas songs out there. They're available online everywhere music is sold. So whatever, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, whatever, you can get it. So basically, just look for Angels We Have Heard on High, which is, I did a version of that. And then I have O Come, Emmanuel as well. So yeah, please check those out. Stream them, buy them, share them.
Cheryl.
All that. Yes. And and then all my other albums as well. So if you guys don't know, I have several albums. There's How It Feels was the first one, Substance Abuse, then Substance Abuse the Altar, then Therapy the Live Sessions, and then Therapy the Love Sessions. So please check out all my music is all over. Everywhere music is sold, you can find it. Just look for Shamora and you'll find it. And keep in touch with me too. Y'all hit me up on Instagram and all that other good stuff. And, let me know your thoughts and let's chat and all that good stuff. Yeah.
Well, it has been a pleasure, Shamora, and I want to again tell you thank you so much for being my first guest on Sunday Nights with Sylvia Camille. And this week, one of Santa's elves
Oh,
is going to be knocking on your front door with a
awesome.
special token of appreciation from one of my girlfriends. I have two girlfriends who are Mary Kay consultants, but the one here in Atlanta, Georgia, I want to shout out Mrs. Harradine Swearingen. She has a nice little token of appreciation to thank you for coming support me on Sunday Night Live. It's Sylvia Camille.
And listen, thank you for the privilege to be able to sit with you this evening. I appreciate it. It was so great to help kick off your first show, and thank you for even considering me. I appreciate it, Camille.
Oh, smooches, I love you because I cannot break. I cannot break.
Don't
Okay.
break, girl. Don't
So
break.
everybody, let's wave by the Shamora, and then I'm gonna close us out.
Bye.
Guys, wasn't that fantastic? That was just amazing. I am so happy that I asked Shamora to be a part of my first Sunday Night Live, and I hope you enjoyed it. Because next Sunday, honey, Shamora is the bomb too, but Sylvia Camille got so many friends. Alexis is coming. Alexis Hollins is coming. If you saw Tyler Perry's Medea farewell play, she played the main character, Darlene. Yes, Alexis Hollins will be gracing us next Sunday at 6 p.m. Same station, YouTube Live. Got to make sure you like, comment, share, tell all your friends. Alexis is going to grace us with her gift as well. So tell all your friends. And I hope y'all have a great night. And don't forget, this week we're going to be doing what? I got to stand up. We're going to keep shining, keep shining, keep shining. And I hope you enjoyed Sunday Nights with Sylvia Camille. Our special guest again next Sunday is Alexis Hollins from Tyler Perry's Medea's farewell play. Smooches. Love you guys. Have a great night.